Welcome to 5 Minute Creative Flow. Get yourself unstuck. Get the creative juices flowing, and it only takes 5 minutes. Welcome to Creative Flow. Today on the 5 Minute Creative Flow, I am using a repurposed book that I have. I have my crayons out and I am just making lines. And remember, with these 5 minutes, there's no judgment. It's simply putting lines on paper, marks on paper, using whatever resources and materials you have. And it's just a way to get in touch with your unconscious, to get rid of judgment when it comes to creative elements, and also to get yourself out of a rut when you don't know what to make. Just start doing this for 5 minutes. It will help you move past any creative blocks that you have. And I have pulled out a marker. It's orange. It's a child's marker. I think it came from the dollar store 500 years ago, and I still have it. And I love when I work in lots of different mediums, and then I will take like all the oranges, because each orange is its own shade and flavor. So it gives this really cool element of monochromatic design, but the colors are all a little bit different. So it's really interesting. And now, you know what? We've moved on to purple, and I'm just making purple, rectangle shapes in some of the lines and the hatch marks that I had. And I'm just jumping around. There's no thought, because when it's 5 minutes, it goes very, very quickly. So you just have to get it out. Acrylic, and I'm literally just squeezing it onto a spot randomly. And I'm going to start to dab some yellow around the page. And you can see there's no planned color scheme. It's just whatever I'm grabbing is what's going on there. And when you do this, sometimes you get these really interesting color combinations that you'd never use when you're doing a planned artwork. So I think that this freedom of these 5 minute creative flows just lets you get out of your head, lets you get out of any boundaries or borders that you've established consciously or subconsciously for yourself. It really just releases you from all of that. So I would encourage you to try this 5 minute creative flow. So the yellow's on there, and I've moved on to another color of acrylic. It's sort of like a brick brown, maybe. I don't even know what color it is. And I'm coloring in the corners for no other reason than I feel like coloring in the corners. And you can see that I still have yellow on the brush, so that corner is a little bit orangey, bricky, and the other one not so much. And it's perfect as it is. And also, there are no cuts with this. This is straight filming, no editing, and you can actually just see the process. I think this is a pink color. It's not showing up so much on the cam, but I think it's like a really, really pale pink. And I'm just making some marks on the page. And now this is watercolor that I'm adding, and it's sort of like a turquoise teal color. And now I'm just going in and sort of painting the negative space in there. And if it gets on the positive space, no problem. And I also like using found pages, because I think for me, starting on a blank page or blank canvas is a little bit difficult. But when there's already something on there, you've already started with one layer. So I already started with one layer of text. And for me, I like that because it adds a little bit of depth and dimension. And 5 minutes is almost up. All right, so I'm putting some more water, some more watercolor on there, and sometimes I'll just dip my brush in the water and not even add anything to it and just sort of blend things. And you see the markers start to blend together. The crayons add a resistance